Good morning, everyone. Great to be with Carmel Jane this morning, Carmel Jane Photography. I'm going to be asking her 24 questions. Let's do this.
Brilliant.
Good morning, Carmel.
Hello, Emma. Lovely to have you here.
Fantastic to be here. So, first off, what's your favourite word?
Oh, discombobulated, because that, I think, Emma, is how I feel most of the time. But yeah, discombobulated, great word.
What gets you up in the morning?
Well, I'm a real early riser, and I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. So getting up, my porridge, and to crack on with my emails is usually what gets me out of bed.
Go you. What do you truly, honestly think of social media?
I wish if I didn't have a business, I think I'd hide from it. Actually, I love it, and I love catching up with people. But sometimes I'm just been to New Zealand, and I had 3 weeks, and I did about 3 posts the whole time, and just ran away, and it was fantastic. So I do like keeping in contact, but sometimes it feels a bit too much.
Yeah. She's back now, though.
I'm back, and don't worry, we'll be here all the time.
Kindles or books?
Books. I love a book. I love the feel of it, and just kind of the smell of a new book. And I have about 10 half-read books on my bedside. I love books.
What do you think is the biggest challenge to the photography industry right now?
Maintaining prices, because there's more and more people that can go out. You can buy a camera, you can call yourself a photographer. There's some amazing, especially female photographers out there doing the baby stuff, and they're just not getting getting paid enough. So I think competition is really hard, and people are just lowering and lowering prices and devaluing the services that they're providing, and not valuing their time.
So it's about adding value rather than selling on price.
Yeah, totally.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
I don't know. I went into hotel management, actually.
The rest is history.
Yeah, and then I just wanted to do stuff. I wanted to go out and do stuff, which I have. So yeah, I've had a pretty interesting life, which is good.
What led you to your current career, apart from being Basil in hotel management?
Yeah, I married a photographer. Husband number one was a wedding photographer, and about the time that husband and wife wedding teams were a really big thing, and so I went, we can do this. And so yeah, married a photographer. Yeah, so the rest is history on that one too.
Can you use your favourite words in a sentence?
When I get super busy, I really get discombobulated very quickly.
Now, this might be a challenge, but can you make it rhyme?
No. Sorry, that's a really tough question, and I'm caffeine free at the moment too, so I can't answer that one.
Okay, come back to that one. Carmel will post later. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Just don't drink so much. I was crazy party animal, and I think now I'm older, I might have a couple of glasses of wine on the weekend occasionally, and you get so much more done when you're not hungover and you don't do silly things.
Very true. What's the best thing anyone's ever done for you?
I have an amazing family. A few years ago, I had breast cancer, and they took turns at flying over and looking after me. And all through my life, they've been incredible. So I think it's my family who have been amazingly supportive.
Love that. If you want a big award of some kind, who would you thank? And you might have already decided.
What was that?
If you want a big award of some kind, who would you thank?
My family, yeah, and my boys and my husband.
And what's been your career-defining moment? You might not have had it yet.
When I decided to start dance schools, because I was a wedding photographer, I'd been ill, I'd done about 500 weddings, and actually I stopped loving it, and I wasn't fair that I was photographing people's weddings and not loving it. And I had a couple of dance schools, and then I said, I'm going to do this now, and I think I've changed the market a bit. Now all dance schools have a photographer for their show, which they didn't do previously. So yeah, going out saying I'm a dance school photography specialist changed my life.
Hey, you heard it here first. Where do you see your industry in 24 months?
I think there's just what's happened with photography is people getting exponentially better. The standard of photography is just because of social media and the internet. Yeah, we can just, and then all the Photoshop and the plugins and things. So I just think that we're just going to see more and more better photo shows, and I just hope we can maintain our levels. And I think the people that are prepared to go and not try and compete on price will do really well.
Cream rises.
Hopefully, yeah.
Where were you 24 months ago?
I was here, but we do school photography now, which is amazing. I love it. We use our sort of high-end, what we do for corporate headshots, we use for schools, and that's meant I'm able to grow the team, and which is really exciting. So yeah, kind of what we're doing now, but just with the school photography. Yeah.
And what's an interesting fact about your company?
We have 25 staff members, and only 2 of them are boys. Obviously, we're an equal opportunities employer, but we have created something sort of super feminine and fantastic, really kind of empowering our team, and we've created something a little bit special, actually, which I'm really proud of.
If you could have a 24-minute Skype chat with anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
Either Jim Morrison or Oprah Winfrey, if that's not too crazy.
Combo?
As a kid, I was mad at Jim Morrison and the Doors, and I think Oprah Winfrey is just an amazing, amazing woman.
What's one word you'd like people to describe you with?
I think they'd say I'm enthusiastic. I guess. Yeah.
I think they would.
Yeah.
I think they would. This is a great question for you. Would you mind taking a selfie for us?
Do we do it now?
Do it now?
Oh, my arms aren't long enough. We have to
do it later.
We'll do it later.
Yeah. What's your favourite Twitter handle or social media campaign?
I'm a huge fan of Deborah Frances Wright. She's the Guilty Feminist. She has this amazing podcast, which is all comedy, but really, really about feminist issues. And she's a really big for inclusiveness and refugees. And she's an amazing woman. And I listen to her in my car every morning coming to work.
Go follow. What's one quote that defines your work ethic?
I think whatever you do, do it with passion. I haven't got an official quote, but yeah, work hard.
Good. Funny, anything to plug?
Well, funny you should say that, Emma, because hopefully, what is happening in the beginning of February, it's going to be more of this kind of thing, is because I've got a radio show on Phoenix FM, which is also going to be a podcast, and it's a 2-hour show, but the first hour is we haven't decided on a name yet because the name I wanted was taken, but it's a woman in business show, and it's all about interviewing women, having fantastic guests, some with some really amazing stories, some with a load of expert advice to give if you want to start a business, grow a business, or just hear about the issues that I think affect women differently to men if they've got their own business.
Excellent. So if that sounds of interest, please comment below. Carmel can send you all the details, and thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you. It's fun. Bye.